What is up, everyone? Happy Friday. Welcome back to another episode of Benzinga Live. Welcome to everyone joining us from All Access. I'm your host, producer AB, or Aaron, whichever you want to call me. Cool with whatever, especially on a Friday. I'm going to pull up my Benzinga Pro. We're going to go through some of the overall indices, see what's going on out there. Your cues. NASDAQ 100 on the 5-minute chart. We'll go to that first. Pushing higher, making new highs of the day. Tech leading the day, up nearly 2%. NASDAQ, great to see heading into the weekend. The S&P 500 SPY is up a little bit more than 1%, about 1.25%. You can see here on the daily chart, on the weekly chart. This will be our first green week, potentially snapping a 3-week losing streak. So you can see here we were on like a 6-week losing streak from April to May. Had a green week, went further lows in June, bounced back a little bit, had 4 straight green weeks here in July, and then gave those up, pretty much all those gains, with 3 straight red weeks. But snapping that losing streak this week, it looks like, at least, unless something drastic happens this afternoon. But again, Q's up nearly 2%. Strong day overall. Let me know in the chat what stocks you guys are watching. I see Brandon's watching Rocket. RKT seems like a good bet now. He's saying, let's check out that chart. Haven't checked out Rocket in a while. Down below $8. I know when you look at this stock, the fundamentals, it looks really cheap. Forward PE 15, price to sales 2.3, so pretty cheap. I know a lot. I don't know. I mean, who asked about this, Brandon? Well, this would be a good one that we should get someone from, we should get someone that understands the mortgage and housing market to help us understand kind of what's going on there right now. Because I know from what I've seen, mortgage rates have hit highs, 5-year highs or something, and demand's kind of cooling off. I don't know if that's great news for Rocket going forward. Not quite sure. But like I said, maybe we'll get an expert on to help us there. Quick rundown for the show today. Here in a few minutes, I'll be joined by Cheng, the CEO and founder of Nocera, talk about a recent acquisition Nocera made. Excited for that interview. After that, we'll be talking to Matt Hammond, IPO Warriors. Been a few minutes since we've talked to Matt, so excited to get him on. And then someone from FinTwit, a trader. We're going to try to do more of this. Erik Invests on Twitter, or Erik Invests. He's got a few thousand followers. A Marine vet who's net turned trader. Excited to talk to Erik this afternoon. So packed show for a Friday. We will be doing some trivia, maybe some swag giveaway. Trend spotter saying Apple moving. Let's check that out before we go to the intro. AAPL. AAPL. I've been trading TQQQ. I'm trading TQQQ right now. Oh, no. Don't go down on me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, man. Oh. Been waiting for this all day. I might buy some more. All right. Let's go to that intro. Again, throw some tickers in the chat. Smash the like if you have not already. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to Benzinga.
This is Benzinga Live. Spencer Israel and producer AB. What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Someone told me buy high, sell higher.
Let's get Matt Hammond on the show to talk some IPOs. Jake Wujasek from Trend Spider. We have a
breaking news. Alrighty, guys. So like I said, I've been trading TQQQ. I'm looking for another bounce here. I just think right now a lot of shorts out there will be kind of in a position where they might want to cover some of their shorts before the weekend. Say, hey, you know what? We've got CPI next week that could be really, seen as good. It looks like the market's kind of digesting all this bad news. And I mean, look, we're still well off the highs. I mean, S&P 500, we're at 405 right now. We were at 480 in January, 480 to 405. I don't you really want to be short on a market that's still down 15, 20%? I don't know. I don't personally. But a lot of people are. And we'll talk about that. A lot of institutions, a lot of big money hedging at their highest pace or highest volume amount of short buying puts since '08. A lot of people out there expecting a big downturn. But what does that mean too is you have people that are typically, more contrarian that will look at that and say, okay, everyone out here on Wall Street, all the big guys, all the short guys, or all the big guys and all the small guys are short. What is that? What am I going to do? So a lot of people want to play that contrarian. We talked about this retail investor, individual investor sentiment chart yesterday, showing that people are still getting more bearish. Now, this will probably change after this week. I expect that, week ending, September 14th, we'll see that next Wednesday or Thursday, that this number that is bullish will actually rise because sentiment follows price. So I think people will feel better, especially today if we hold these gains that we've had all day, like saying like, okay, we closed up 2% Friday, NASDAQ up 3 days in a row, closing up on the week over 3%. People are going to see that and be relieved a little bit, have some fear subside and say, okay, maybe we can go long here. And then again, you have that CPI report next week. After that, we have the countdown in 12 days to the FOMC meeting, September 21st. The expectation is 75 basis points. I think even with a great CPI report, it still will be 75 basis points. But that doesn't mean that the great CPI report, that doesn't negate a good CPI report. The fact that the Fed still might raise the rates by 75 basis points. Because even if in the short term it doesn't impact the interest rates, the idea is that it will, and that the Fed or that inflation is heading in the right direction at the very least. Which, if I had to put money on it, I would say, yeah, I think that number is going to come in lower than expectations. Here's the CME's Fed Watch tool giving a 14% chance of a 50 basis point hike, a 86% chance of 75. So they're saying it's pretty much, 8.5 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10. They're going 75 here. Again, a really, 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 really great CPI report next Wednesday may make this number jump up a little bit. But I'm in the camp where even if that CPI report I don't really care, honestly. If the CPI report shows inflation is falling a lot and they want to go 50 basis points, that's fine with me. I wouldn't be mad about that. Some people really would. But you can see here, gas prices just continuing to fall. Every single day I'm checking this to see if we can find a day where gas prices either go up or stay the same. But 375 was your average yesterday, 373 if we want to round up to 374. Just incredible drop in gas. I don't remember. Obviously COVID, but Texas now approaching $3 average. Up here in Michigan, we're still at 3.8. But around the country, really getting some relief at the pumps. California still, Jesus. I can't imagine being in, like Los Angeles County and hearing everyone like happy about gas prices falling down, and you're like, I'm still paying $5.50 or I'm still paying $5.60. Crazy. Let's go back to Benzinga Pro. Again, if you guys got tickers in the chat, drop them. Wade wants to look at FFIE and Yosh. Not too familiar with these. But that's the best part about Benzinga Pro is I can pull up any stock and pretty much get the gist for it. FFIE. Is that what we're doing? Faraday Future. All right. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go here to the overview. Faraday Future Electronic is a global shared intelligence mobility ecosystem poised to break the boundaries between the internet, IT, creative, and auto industries. Okay. So sounds like a very growthy company with a lot of, maybe not making a lot of money yet. Oh, I see. It's up 31% today. Yeah, anytime you see a chart look like this, where it's just basically straight down from $17 to, 50 cents, you'll get these little pops sometimes where the stock's up 20, 30% in a day. So I don't know. I wouldn't be trading this today, or I wouldn't be buying it up here, but I do like seeing this move in a stock that's been so beaten down. And you can see too that this stock's made a crazy move before. It went from $2 all the way up to $7 in the span of a couple weeks, just a few weeks ago. So I don't know if something runs again. Like if I had to go long or short this, one way or the other, couldn't just stay neutral, couldn't just stay hands off, I'd go long. If something's up like 20, 30% for seemingly no reason, and I'm going to bet that it's going to continue to trade higher before it just comes back down. But guys, all right, I do see our first guest hanging out in the backstage, Jeff Cheng, the CEO and founder of Nocera. Really cool company doing some interesting things when it comes to food and farming and fishing and whatnot. So I don't want to do a bad job explaining what the company does. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring Jeff on. Let Jeff explain to our audience what it is Nocera does and some really exciting recent news that the company had just today or in the last couple days. Jeff, how's it going? Welcome to Benzinga Live.
Good morning. It's good. Everything's good.
So let's start with this. With for some of our audience that's not familiar with Nocera, do you just want to give a brief introduction of what it is the company does?
Sure. Basically, we consider ourselves as a new aquaculture solution in the market right now. Basically, we started as a fish farming equipment company, aquaculture. We call it recirculating aquaculture systems. Basically, we recirculate the water, and it's green and it's sustainable. So we are not wasting the water. So if you look at a typical fish farm, about 90% of their water is wasted. We are recycling at least 99% of the water. If you look at both back to these are one of our tanks. One of these tanks is 80% of the production of a regular fish farm, regular fish pond. So I'm not sure if you know that the U.S. fish farming is out of date. It's always backdated to the 1970s. You have all these lagoons that goes like this, like huge, like 2 or 3 acre wide, and you need like 5 people to 10 people to harvest using nets, and it's so inefficient. It's located in like countryside that there's no population or no labor, so nobody want to do fish farming in the U.S. So apparently 90% of the seafood or fish is imported from overseas, and because of COVID, because of the trade war, if you look at your fish prices in the last 3 years, I remember that tilapia or catfish used to be $1.99 a pound or $1 a pound. Now it's $8.99, and that tells you
Wow.
something. So we are bringing aquaculture back to the U.S., and this is something that we want to do. And what makes us different is that we consider us the most affordable solution that's out there. And the reason that RAS, recirculating agriculture system, it's been promoted in the last 30, 40 years, but it's not widely spread is because it's too expensive. Our systems can cost like $30,000 to $50,000 per tank, but others like American made, Israelis, German made could cost, like 500,000. So, we try to make everything affordable to our most farmers or like fish farmer or the small stakeholders, basically. So one of our tank can harvest up to about 20,000 pounds of
Wow.
tilapia or catfish.
So what regions in the United States do you think are like best fit for this fish farming, or is it anywhere?
It could be anywhere to the extent that you have the right temperature and water. But right now we're looking at Alabama, Florida. We got invitation even go to UK. So right now, actually, we have a food crisis, to be honest, because it's just like the food. Basically, what's wrong? What's happening in the U.S. is that COVID stopped everything, okay, and stopped the labor. So we have port delays, and even that after the port delays is resolved, now we have an issue that we do not have enough, frozen storage, and that's the issue. And now with trucking hitting also, all-time high. Do you know that I just recently realized that 1 mile of trucking costs about $3.50. So you have to pay a truck driver $3.50 to drive 1 mile.
Yeah, I
And
mean
that's
that's
why,
insane.
yeah, that's insane. Yeah. So it is crazy. So that's why, we want to bring agriculture back. We want to fight the food crisis. And the reason that, we are going into the food business is because that, fish farming, fish equipment is seasonal. buying and selling fish is also seasonal, but food business is daily. So to the extent that we can turn our fish into daily meals, we're going to be collecting cash on a daily basis.
Yeah. So Jeff, let's touch into this news that we just saw. An acquisition. I believe that this news broke yesterday morning.
Correct.
Can you give us the outline of this deal and kind of what it means for the company?
So basically, we started fish farming using our system in Taiwan, and then the next thing is like selling our fish. So we've been very, very successful selling our fish or fish from others in the last 2 years, and now it's going to B2C. And the easiest way to go to from B2C is to start selling meals or bento boxes in Taiwan. We have about 26 million people that eat bento box on a daily basis. And the reason we are buying this central kitchen is we want to be different, right? We want to fight the inflation. When all the bento boxes cost about $3 to $4 per piece, guess what? We're selling our bento boxes $1.50 or $1.40. Okay, our bento boxes is about third of what people are selling because we want to capture the market. And in order to do that, because we raise our own fish, it's our own seafood, and we have all we are working directly with the farmers. We have the first hand or the price. We have the price point directly from the farmers, and by utilizing the central kitchen, we can make a bento box that's more efficient and more cheaply. So that's why we're tapping into the bento box business.
Yeah, so essentially, acquiring this smaller company, Mixin to do, I assume they have some sort of like, rice stuff like that, so you can make the
Yes.
bento box and then be able to have that vertical integration. You like you said, use your own seafood, own fish, then sell that directly to consumers. Sounds like a smart way to kind of maximize those profits.
And not only for the profit of ourselves, actually we're making little profits, but actually this is creating we made it an other option for the poor and needy, right? It's like I can use half or one third of the price to to buy a bento box and to feed my family. Can you think about it, right? We have our bento boxes has 4 side dishes. Okay, for you to go home for a family of 4, can you cook a 4 side dish plus rice for like say, $4? The answer
Mm-mm.
is no, right? It's
Nope.
impossible. But we are doing that. We are trying to encourage people to save time, save energy, save the power. Just buy our bento boxes, go home, and you can buy a main dish like you can buy rotisserie chicken or pork rib or whatever, right? Add it to the bento box, then you can have a full meal. And it's actually we got a lot of calls, asking me like, "Oh, Mr. Cheng, Mr. Jeff, when can you start this business? When can we buy from you?" We got also a lot of from all these like social social organizations that want to give the bento box to the needies. It used to be that they can only buy 2 bento boxes. Now they can buy. We used to be they can only buy 1 bento box. Now they can buy 2 or 3 from us.
Yeah.
So they can give to two people or 3 people, that need food. And
Well,
you go ahead.
I
Right.
was just gonna say with food prices rising across the world because of COVID and all these supply chain issues, it's great to see a company like yours trying to deliver a product to actually bring those costs down for food for families.
Actually, the price that we're going to do, it's actually 20 years ago. Like this is the price of a bento box 20 years ago, believe it or not.
That's
And,
incredible.
and the reason we can do that is because we feel that, we can make good profit and, and able to sell our fish. That's the most important thing, right? Because, there's access to like access supplies now from not from us, but from the other fish farmers, right? Because COVID, they cannot sell because of the Chinese issue. They cannot sell to China. Actually, we're working very closely with the government, try to figure out a solution for the fish farmers in Taiwan. And that's why, having a bento box, have a daily, sales, it's going to create more job. It's going to create, it basically offers people, it actually, the poor people worldwide, they don't have a choice, right? If
Yeah.
you go to 7-Eleven, it's expensive. It's like, think about it, right? My my bento box is about $1.50. You know how much is a Big Mac fries in Taiwan cost now? It costs almost $2.
Really?
So do you want to have a bento box with four side dishes, or do you want to have a fries? And those revolving sushi, right? Like you get two pieces of sushi, it costs about $1.50 or $1.30. So do you want to have two pieces of sushi, or do you want to have a bento box? So that tells you something. And as the population is getting older, you know, I mean, it's just that being poor is not wrong, but we want to help the poor and needy, and I think that's something that I got encouraged by my mom. It's like if you're doing something really well, you should think about the poor and needy. So that's why we're doing this as well. We're going to have daily cash revenue. That's going to give us great benefits on in terms of financing later on, and basically we can raise more fish and sell more fish and use them in our ingredients. So happy to do that. And then by taking over the Macing central kitchen, it gave us the ability to be more efficient in terms of making the bento box. We have access to vegetables. Macing nationally have 6 auction licenses for veggies. So we are going from B to B to B to C for the second quarter, the third quarter of 2022. So for 2023, we're forecasting about $10 million, which we think is very, very comfortable in terms of what we're doing right now. Just in Taipei City and New Taipei City, we have 8 million people. You know, that's living in the Taipei City area. So if I can capture maybe 1%, my revenue can be like what I don't know, maybe $5 to $6 million a year. And that's
Yeah,
just
no,
yeah.
I think that makes sense. All right, well, Jeff, I love the update. I love the news on the acquisition. Sounds like you guys are doing some exciting things. I'm excited to have you back on the show anytime you
Sure.
guys have new news, new developments, anything like that. Where can folks find more from Nocera? How can they get involved?
Yeah, so basically, I think you guys can check out our website, and then we are looking to start our fish farm in the near future in the U.S. So we're going to have a lot more news out. So definitely check out our website. Look at our pictures, and check out our press releases. It's interesting. It's basically we're going to be running out of food in 2050 when population reaches 9.6 million, and now we're running out of food. Think about it. Your catfish, your tilapia, is like $8.99 a pound.
I know
You
I
know,
love my sushi, my fish. So I hope we I hope what y'all are doing is working and that we can keep eating fish for a while because I'd miss it if we can't.
yeah, and right now if you go to the sushi places now, they either don't have the availability or they cut it very thin. So used to be one piece, now it's two pieces. I can
Wow.
tell you that. Yeah.
Damn. All right, Jeff. Well, thank you again for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and have a
Yep.
good weekend. And we'll talk soon. Okay.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay. All right, guys. That was Jeff Cheng, the CEO and founder of Nocera, ticker NCRA. If you like their mission, if you like what they're doing when it comes to fish farming, trying to bring food at an affordable price to consumers out there, check out the stock, check out the company. I'll drop that link in the website. Again, ticker NCRA, Nocera. All right, y'all. It's Friday, so we're just gonna have a kind of chill hangout day. We're gonna have Matt Hammond join us here in about 20 minutes. Till then, I've got my good friend who happens to have been made in India. I think. I don't really know if that's true or not. Oh, what up? You can just pop yourself on.
That's what we're doing.
Well, that's your name. It's literally it says it on the screen. I was just reading what it says on the screen.
It'd be funny if I was like born in Ohio.
Are you not?
No, of course not. Idaho.
Oh.
For the longest time, I couldn't distinguish between Ohio and Idaho. I'd have to think.
Are you? Have you? Wait. So you were actually born in India?
Yes.
I didn't know that. So you came to Atlanta. Was that the first place you lived in the United States?
No, majority of. Never mind. New York, 1998, I believe.
Okay, so
So,
you were a wee young lad, and you came to
yeah.
New York.
8
What?
years old. I remember looking at the stop sign and I was like, what the hell is this? I remember looking at the pennies, the dimes, and the nickels. Um,
New
and
York
then,
City or like?
yeah, it was New York City, like Queens, to be exact.
Oh, so you grew up in New York City
Yeah, New York.
for?
I lived in New York for about 3 years.
Oh, okay.
So,
And then you moved to
and then I moved
Atlanta?
to Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay. So from like 12 to now you've been in Atlanta?
Well, and then Houston.
Okay.
What are you trying to date me or something? What's going on?
I've never known your sport. I was just gonna say I've been in the Midwest my whole life, so I have like Ohio.
I'm sorry. Are you
Kinda,
trying a mohawk type situation right now with your hair? What's going on there?
no.
You've got like, yeah, chat. You see it, right? Dude's got like a little. Yeah,
I just have
that.
like a collar. Like I don't know. I think they just have like a couple hairs sticking up.
Oh my goodness. No,
It's
like
just
the
like
middle of your hair. All right, let me stop playing this. I just got the new 2K23 like a few days ago, so I've just been messing around on that. But let's go ahead and check out some stocks because I'm in some trades.
Oh, I have two. I forgot about them.
That probably means you're losing.
No, I'm actually not.
What are you in?
I'm in calls on TQQQQ.
Sorry, faux hawk, not mohawk. You're in QQQ. What? I'm sorry.
TQQQQ calls. I was in QQQ calls overnight, and I sold them this morning for a nice little gain. And then on a pullback, I bought some TQQ calls. Was up about 40% on them. Didn't sell. Now I'm back down to up 12% on them. Still not selling though. I don't know about using it. I'm feeling like a vicious afternoon rally.
I hope so. What's the opposite of an iron condor?
A butterfly spread.
Okay. Well, I have a butterfly spread on SPX.
I actually don't know, but it sounds right.
Wow, you idiot. Chad, help us out. What is the opposite of an iron condor?
It might be. It might
be a
be.
butterfly. I think it might be a butterfly.
Because iron condor, think about it. An iron condor is like really strong. Like a condor is a type of bird, right? And it's like metal. And then you just have a little butterfly. It's like delicate. It just seems opposite in my head.
I think it's called a butterfly, if that is the case, because when it's
Someone
like,
said,
hey,
how do you sound normal?
How do you sound normal?
I think they mean like, how do you not sound?
Oh, you mean like, why don't I have an accent?
I think that would have been a very much more appropriate way to ask that question. Why don't you have an accent instead of why don't you sound normal?
I'm not sure. You know, I've always wondered if I had an accent when I first came here.
No, you sound like a real Atlanta like southerner.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my accent is just like I was born in the U.S., not necessarily like in the South, like or Boston or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Mike says you sound like you're from Queens. I'm actually going to New York City for the first time on Monday.
I heard. Is it you, Mitch, and Chris, and Zoltan?
No, I'm not going with them.
Oh, what are you? Oh, you're doing a little vacation thing?
No, I'm going for a conference that's just Monday, Tuesday. I'm flying in Monday morning, sleeping there Monday night, going to the conference all day Tuesday, flying out Tuesday night.
What's the conference?
It's SALT. Sam
Bankman-Fried's gonna something. Okay.
I'm sure it does.
There's no way you don't know what SALT stands for when you're going to it.
I mean,
my God.
Here, I'll look it up real quick. Let's figure it out together.
No, I'm upset with you right now.
No. All right, are we going higher on the Qs? Should I sell my calls?
Yeah, we're going higher. SALT. Oh, this is I think the Nigerian brothers usually go to this, don't they?
SALT New York. Hold on, I'm looking it up. I'm gonna figure out what it stands. I honestly don't. I think I tried to figure out what it stands for, and I don't think it. All right, this definitely. Look at. Oh my God, this is not what I was.
Buddy.
All right, you guys can see. I just googled SALT New York. All right, I found it. That was a weird website. Whatever I just clicked on, but you guys can
imagine if it was completely inappropriate.
SALT Venture Group. It's not. This is SALT an acronym? Is there like FAQ? FAQ right here. What is SALT New York? SALT is salts.
So SALT is an organization, and the conference is called SALT as well. That's
I
lovely.
mean, okay. What is salt? Oh, here we go. What is salt? Salt is
It
a
doesn't tell
global
you, bro.
thought leader. Okay. Skybridge Capital, which it was just announced today that FTX is investing a thing in there. But yeah, I mean, Sam Bankman-Fried's going to be there. There's some other folks going to be there. That should be exciting to see. Other than that, yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, holy cow, man! My calls are getting absolutely clobbered.
Well, yeah, spies testing the
What just
VWAP.
happened, man?
Relax, bro. It felt like half a point.
What just happened, man?
Breathe. You'll be okay. I will say so. Anyway, I have a butterfly, I believe, on SPX, and
So what does that mean? You're betting that it's not going to move that much?
I'm betting that it's going to move. So
Oh.
here, I'll just share my position. Hang on a sec. And these have worked for me, but they're like dangerous plays. One of those like high probabilities. You're just going to take yourself off screen. Okay, that's cool. And I'm just going to go full screen myself. That's always lovely. Okay. So
all right, so I've got this SPXW call. Looks like
no one cares, Aaron. We just took them off. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm gonna talk about my position. You can talk about your position. We can talk about our favorite position. But this is why they don't send me to Salt. This is why. But anyway, so yeah, this is a position that I have. I bought a call. It's down 50%. This isn't $50. This is 50%. Then I bought a put at the same time, and that's down 19%. So basically, I was hoping for like a rapid move in either direction, because what I try to do, and it's just something I'm testing out, it's worked 3 times. This is the 4th time I'm trying it. But say I buy the call and the put for $2 a piece, I'm looking to sell each one at $5. That way I profit $1 at the minimum.
See, in hindsight, what you should have done was bought the call like before it was going to go up, and then once it went up, bought the put before it went down.
Does this guy think I have like a crystal ball? Like, yeah, of course, Aaron. I would have loved to do that.
I'm just saying, man. Pro tip for next time. Pro tip for next time.
What's up, Enver? It's been a minute, buddy.
Apple down slightly. Someone said it's up 1.3% today. I don't know. I mean, Apple 150.
SPY coming down though. That's what I like to see.
Why? No.
Actually, I'll be honest. I don't care what happens. I just need a violent move to either direction, because data is what's killing me right now.
All right, I'm about to lever up and buy more calls.
Well, it's at VWAP, so if you're expecting a VWAP bounce, sure.
On this pullback.
Am I in any other positions? No. Oh, see, and now, okay, here we go, chat. Here we go, chat. I wish I could just share my whole portfolio here, but so see now, this is gonna get annoying to do. But you guys, okay, so you guys saw me down 50% and down 18%, right? Now I am down. Where's my?
All right, I just locked in more contracts.
You're gonna lose.
Thanks.
You're so gonna lose. And now you can see, since the market's going down, now my puts are up 16%, and my calls are even down further. But basically, what I need is what do you call it? Hey, what is this? What is this all about?
Next
Parker.
gaslight.
What is this all about, Parker?
Rude. We love the feedback in the chat, guys.
Please send them to aaron@benzinga.com.
See, yeah, MD gets it. You buy the insurance when it's cheap, Zunaid.
He's not buying insurance. He's gambling.
No, see, look, the Qs just went down. Now I buy the calls. When it goes up, I'll buy the puts.
I will say though, I can't have this consolidation. That's what's going to kill both of my contracts, and I'm going to lose $600.
Do you guys remember the TikTok of the
straddle
person?
That sounds right.
The person who was like talking about how they were like, yeah, I just like look for a stock that's going up, and then I buy it, and then it keeps going up. And then it was like, all right, yeah, we're like, the market's gonna crash.
This is a stock that's flying up right now. WEN, WEN. which I believe is Wendy's.
All I
isn't it?
do
Yeah,
is
it is
win,
Wendy's.
win no matter what.
You can't say that when you're down on your contracts, buddy. But
All
I
I
will,
got is
on a
mine.
serious
I can
note,
never get enough.
they're buying the $20 calls expiring November 18th on ticker WEN. And as we're talking, you
What's
can
the
see this
what's
having a
the
belt
what's the
swing.
catalyst
Oh my
here?
goodness! I don't know. Okay, now on a serious note, guys, pay attention, guys and gals. $20 calls expiring November 18th. $1 million plus just purchased, and you can see the reaction on Wendy's right here, live, right here. You can see.
Why?
What do you mean why? I mean, when someone's buying that many contracts, you're gonna have everyone else kind of pile on.
I just bought some calls that
Cool.
expired
Keep us
today.
updated. They don't. Okay, you knucklehead. This one is for November.
I know, but you. Oh, well, here we go. Keep pumping it, baby.
Yes,
Keep
because
pumping
me,
it.
I'm pumping it with the.
I'm not
109
talking to
viewers
you.
we
I'm not
have.
talking to you. I'm not
Oh.
talking to you. I'm talking to the other peeps out there.
Dude, it's just continuing to go. Oh my
I'm up 50. Go.
god! How much are you up?
15%.
In a matter of seconds.
That's like a whole year's worth of returns right now.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Well,
Wendy's.
you
right,
do you still want another guest, Parker?
Yeah, you could have made a bunch of money with me and Zunaid right there.
Right? Look at that.
Oh my god, my calls are up 40% right now. I'm not
No,
even
they're
kidding.
not. I
I
need you
swear
to
to
sell.
God, look.
I need you to
I'll
sell.
share.
bro.
I'll share my
I
screen.
need you to sell and then share your
Look,
screen.
look, pop my
Sell.
screen up. Pop my screen up.
All right. It's white.
Wendy's total return $40, 40%.
Bro, sell it, please. It's gonna come down. It's 100% coming down to $20.
I didn't sell it to make $40 though. I sold it for a lotto.
It expires in less than 4 hours.
Yeah. Well, all right. If it. Oh man, it's coming down.
You idiot.
No, here it comes. Keep pumping. Oh, now I'm only up. All right, fine. I'll sell. If I can sell it. Oh man, now see now.
Oh, you know what I do need to do? Oh, you guys want to see? I forgot to do. I need to do something, but I can't do it on air. Give me a sec.
All right, we'll see if I get these filled at 25. Oh, I did. I got partially. All right, I'm filled. I made $50 on that trade, or no, 25. I made $25 on that trade. Oh no, now it's back up to 20. All right, whatever. All right, is what it is. Learn the lesson. Still got my TQQQQ calls.
All right, I'm back.
What up? What up, G?
What
What up,
up?
Top G?
Wait, did you sell it?
I did.
At what?
I don't really know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I sold it for 25% profit in about. Look, I'll show you the trade. Look, 2 minutes ago, bought the calls for $100. 8 seconds ago, sold them for
Oh,
$125.
brother.
That's free lunch on Zunaid. That's lunch on Zunaid. $25. I'm gonna
You're
go out
welcome.
and get myself a nice lunch. Like I might
You're
get like
welcome.
the cookie at the end.
Oh, that's right. You can now get a cookie. But that
Yeah.
right there in New York is like a napkin, you know?
Yeah. Damn.
What are you doing at Salt?
I don't know, man.
Wait, scroll up.
I'm gonna try to meet Sam Bankman-Fried.
I don't know who that is, but
He's the FTX founder.
wait,
billionaire.
scroll up, you knucklehead.
What?
Your expiration was incorrect.
What do you mean?
You told me it was today's expiration.
Oh, it was next week's.
This
It was-
guy.
It was the shortest.
Okay, so they don't have weeklies.
Oh man, but look, Wendy's is still pumping. Oh man, Zunaid,
Oh,
I'd
it's
be
going up. Well, I didn't know you bought next week's. I thought you bought this week's. That's why I told you to sell.
I could have bought both of us lunch.
I mean, yeah, bro.
I
now
wonder
it's-
I wonder what they're trading for right now. I sold these ones. They're trading for what I sold them for. Oh, now they're up to 30. And I had 5, so that would have been
You sold them for
$150. Look at
It's
this.
about to
They're up.
break highs.
They're up
It's about to
27.
break highs.
They're up 2,700% today.
It's about to break highs. It just broke highs. Let's
God
go.
damn it.
And then it goes 50-cent crack. I bet you they're worth 35 cents now.
Probably, if not. Yep, 35.
35 cents.
So what? 5 times that? That's That's 175. I would have been up 75
Oh
bucks.
man, chat. If you guys took this trade, let us know.
Hey, it's okay though because my
Oh God
my
bless.
Q's calls are coming back.
Which
I'm in the
means
green.
my straddle is sucking. Yes, it is. My straddle is awful.
Were you? Oh, just root for a really strong rally with me.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
don't
more
give a
fun?
shoot what happened. I just need it to happen. You know what I mean? The
All right,
longer it
man.
takes, the more screwed I get, and the bigger move I need.
Damn, yeah, I did use one of my day trades on that, so I won't even be able to close all my positions today if I want to.
Bro, I'm gonna need you to like spread the money out. So like
Yes.
have whatever amount you have in like different brokers. I don't know if you
This
can.
is
I don't
just
know if that works though. Don't mind me.
this is just my play money.
Wait, hold on. Oh, never mind. It just went to new highs, by the way.
Wendy's did.
Yeah, it went to 2060s.
I don't really care. We're back at
Oh,
2047. This thing, those contracts are probably gonna be back down at. Oh no, they're still at 35 cents. If they get up to $1.50, I'll be mad because then I would have had $750.
damn. Yeah, I don't think it's okay. Relax. I don't think it's going to $1.50 today, but it might do that.
All right, all you shorts out there, you got to cover. You're getting screwed out there today. Just go buy the Qs. Pump this thing up to like if this gets up to I don't know 30. If the TQQ gets up to $35 today, I'll buy everyone in chat lunch.
I'm gonna go short, just because you said that. All right, chat. I'm gonna buy a lotto while we're all hanging out here. I just typed in SPY G. That's not a thing I want to trade. All right, chat. Just for fun, I just bought one contract. I bought the 405 puts expiring today for $1.11.
Dude, here's what I think. I think this trading like these type of contracts on the last day of expiration, like the really cheap.
I'm sorry. New highs on Wendy's.
No way. Let's see
New
what the
highs on
contracts are.
Wendy's. New highs on Wendy's.
80. No.
You're
Oh,
going
they're
for 80
60.
cents? Oh,
They're
they're
60 cents. I had 5. That's $300. I would have made. All right.
Oh my goodness. You've got a guest. I'm going to get myself out of here, bro. But hey, hopefully you enjoyed the lunch. Sorry you couldn't have dinner as well, but hopefully you in the chat, you made some money.
Hopefully, I don't know. All right, Zunaid, peace. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully the TQQQQ just keeps ripping for me. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, we do have Matt Hammond hanging with us in the background. Will be Matt's first time on. Yeah, Camille, I'm saying Zunaid is not your friend. First time we've had Matt Hammond on in I don't even know. I want to say like 5 or 6 weeks or so. So I'm excited to catch back up with Matt, see what he's been up to, see how he's doing. Without further ado, let me go ahead and play the special intro, bring Matt on the show, catch up with him. Mr. Matt Hammond from IPO Warriors, how you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, Aaron?
Good to have you back. How long has it been?
Well, it's probably been a little bit longer than we think. Since we last talked, I've had a kid. Sometime around when Spencer left, had a kid. Settled in at Portugal after leaving Ukraine 2 days before the war. That didn't help. And been pretty focused on trading IPOs. Things have been ripping pretty hard since HKD event, which incidentally, I did buy that on the debut at 13 and sold it on the same day for 15, which seemed like a nice win at the time. I thought that maybe something was up there. I didn't see it going to 2,355 or whatever it hit a bit later, but that was pretty wild. And that lit up the IPO calendar ever since. And I've made a killing on some of these, some of them getting allocations on shares like JZ, not just through Webull, but through brokers. JZ, MEGL, STBX, and we can run through those real quick. We got a short window here, but I also launched IPOwarriors.com as a premium service. I just got to the point where there were too many people playing off the same strategies that I was putting out there. I was kind of washing out the trades and was putting a ton of time into it. So there's still a free, a free level where you're going to get the weekly newsletter that kind of just tells you what the IPOs are, but for the full breakdowns, where I really do the deep dives into researching each IPO, calling out my trading strategy. I'm live trading these. We just finished live trading YOSH, made some nice profits there. So that's been on fire. A lot of people signing up. Very happy to have that going well. But wanted to come back and miss you guys, miss Spencer, miss producer AB, and we got some recap. If we can, let me share my screen here.
Yeah.
And we can go through, because I know we don't have a whole lot of time, and I want to give you guys some value here. I want to give you guys kind of what's been happening. I mean, the IPO market has been on fire. I've been trading IPOs for over 2 years. Typically, I'm buying the debut. Maybe I'm getting a little bit of allocation either through Webull or through some brokers that I'm working with. But mostly I'm buying the debut, looking for momentum off the open, selling into that opening rip. And it's been transformational money for me. I mean, I've been doing it in a few different accounts now, but I just got the Webull account that I had funded with about 4,000, and I've added about 1,000. I just got that out of the pattern day trade limitation, which means I've taken it from $4,000 to 25 grand, just by trading IPOs over the last 2 yeed. And some of that time I was inactive. There weren't a whole lot of IPOs in the front half of this year. Try to get into day trading. It's not my thing. I'm good at IPO trading. IPO trading, you buy the debut on the hot ones. You don't really have to think that much about the entry. If every trade is an entry and an exit, buying the entry is something you really have to think about and plan when you're trading and actively, trading stock. With an IPO, you're really getting the allocation, whatever the IPO price is, or you're buying the debut right when it opens. So 50% of the thinking is already taken out of the equation for you. And the hot trades that I'm looking for, the ones where I'm going, bullish or taking a high conviction entry on, they're moving up on the open. And that's then it's a question of, well, how much do you want to take, or how much are you willing to risk, not locking in by continuing to trade it. So this is a little preview of what you get when you sign up for the premium membership. If you go to IPOwarriors.com, you can just put your email up at the top and get the free IPO trading guide, and you'll get the weekly recap of the week before. You can get access to the free Discord channel where there's some really great kind of signal callers, and we're kind of trading some of the recently debuted IPOs. If you want to go premium, there's a link up at the top, join premium. You can sign up there. You get access to the live stream, the weekly preview newsletter, the weekly preview show, midweek updates. And what I'm doing in the weekly preview show is a little bit like this. This was the preview for Yoshiharu Global. And we just talked about what it was, what are the financials. To be honest, right now, the financials aren't as important as just the momentum in the IPO trade. But that'll calm down again. We'll have to actually research and understand the IPOs. But I think a lot of you, if you weren't following IPOs before and you're a day trader, I'd be surprised if you're not following them now. We've talked about stealth IPOs. If you go to IPO Warriors and click on what is the stealth IPO? Stealth IPO is really what's behind all of these crazy movers like HKD. Last week, we caught the ATXG stock. I got in on that at $24 once it had bounced off the bottom and I saw what was happening. Rode that up. I got out at $345. Other people in my group stayed in all the way to 1,000. That stock went from a bottom of 13 all the way to 1,000 in a single day.
Wow.
So one of the things you're looking for in these, and that was an uplisting, but we knew enough about who the underwriter was, what they were offering, what the setup was, to have been watching it, from the early pre-market. And we'll get to that one in a second if we have time here. But Starbucks was a Network One Solutions is the underwriter that's brought a lot of these to market. So underwriters, one thing we're looking for. It was priced at $4, 5 million shares, something that we've seen a lot of these price at. And a lot of people traded this. I mean, I had allocations anyway, so I sold out of each of the halts. But getting in on the debut here, you had 2 halts to get up green, 1 halt down that you still were in a green position. The 3 halt rule, talk about that a lot, came back down. You don't want to be holding these a long time. I mean, all of these are trading at like $3-4 now. But what's happening is, especially these Chinese deals, and I have enough background on them now to understand that these are very, very, very likely to be money laundering schemes, and Chinese wealthy people in China are trying to get their money out. So we have a lot of these coming. I'm not sure Starbucks was one of these deals. It looked like it, but it didn't open up like Jay-Z. Jay-Z, this is a $5 stock that opened at 126. I mean, that's ridiculous. And this company is like education. I mean, primary education or private education is like barred from making profits right now in China because the elite are trying to be, or the government's trying to separate the gap between the rich and the poor, and they don't want education only to be accessible to the wealthy. So Jiangxi, we saw this one coming, even played it off of the debut. There's just so much heat. There's things we can look for in the pre-debut imbalance where we can see that there's a very low volume, that there's a buy-side imbalance, and we could predict that this was moving up. It moved up from 126 up to 186. And that's helpful even if you're only getting one share on Webull and you want to understand, well, should I sell it right on the debut? Nothing wrong with that, of course. And I think that if you have an allocation of a couple hundred shares on something like this, you take half of it off the debut no matter what. You just don't know what for sure is going to happen. But when you see the setup that we saw, we could at least say, okay, well, I can hold pieces and sell here. And that's a way to optimize your profits. So this was what a stealth IPO is going to look like. And the stealth IPO is one of the main tenets behind that is, understanding that there is almost certainly money laundering happening through the stock market. And a really quick breakdown of that is if you want to launder money out of China into, say, European markets or a bank account outside of China, you start a company, you take the shares and you put the shares outside of China. Then you take your money in China and you buy those shares back at a ridiculous price. So if I, put 5 million shares into, or 2 million shares that I sold, for $4 outside of China, and then buy those back for $120, I'm basically moving $115 per share from my Chinese account outside of China. And that's, there are plenty of FINRA cases on record to, where the underwriters have been penalized for kind of looking the other way on these. Penalties are obscenely small. It's like $60,000 for one of the penalties. So, so they choke the price up. There we go. It's not just banking profits, Wade. It's the small float, but it's also the little volume. And they used to be, and the reason I call them stealth is they used to sneak these on the calendar in ways that, made it almost impossible to catch them. There's too much attention on them now, and they're being brought to Webull to diversify the investor base, or to meet the minimum requirements. But we saw with ATXG, it was exactly that. Because it was an uplisting that didn't show up on a lot of our radars. It was only because, some of the members of the IPO Warriors Premium group pointed out that it was being pitched on some of the Chinese trading platforms to buy the uplisting IPO. And that, then when we dug into it, we're like, oh, Network One Solutions, 5 million shares, price at $5. Yeah, this is a stealth IPO, buy it at 20. Otherwise, you're looking at it and going, why would I buy that piece of crap? It's a Chinese garment manufacturer and logistics company. So,
right.
Yeah. Issue running today, really what we're looking for, I'm responding to some of the comments here. What we're looking for is Chinese deals. I'm usually getting some color from people who are talking to the brokers or the brokers themselves on where the shares are going. Can't believe all of it. But there's also a big ripple effect on these. So Pax Medica happened to just be caught up in the mix. Mobilicon was in between STBX and JZ. And even with a warrant, which those deals almost never run, was able to manage to go open at 4, run up to 6, over 6. So that's that's where it's important to really understand which ones are the stealth IPOs, which ones have let's say have chopsticks in them, and which ones are just low float IPOs. And what we saw today, if I pull up Yosh really quickly, there's enough momentum in this market to take profits on almost every IPO debut. As that cycle starts to kind of get washed out, as we started to see until ATXG and then SHPH on the same day, both just did ridiculous rips. Things were starting to die out going into those, and those kind of lit things back up again. BIAF last week, I think I have that one here. BIAF was able to capitalize on being the next one right after those. And this deal should not have done well. Like it priced it high, and it ran up to 15 because it was the day after SHPH. SHPH didn't really start running until ATXG ripped. So ATXG, this doesn't even make sense. It's hard to see what's going on here, but it's going from 13 to about 50 to about 200, 300, 600, 1,000. It topped out at one night, basically 2,000. So when that happened, you look what happened when this started really ripping. Well, SHPH, like people went crazy for that one. That one ripped. What was the next day? The next day was BIAF. That one ripped. But it didn't hold because it didn't really have the structure of a stealth IPO deal. It didn't debut at a huge premium either. And then what we had today, which was the next one, was this YOSH. And when it's an IPO, this is just it's Yoshi Haru. I think a lot of people looked at it and go, oh, maybe it's a Chinese name. It's not even a Chinese name. It's a Japanese name. And it's not even a foreign company. It's an S1 filing, which is for a US listed company. It turns out this is just some chain of ramen restaurants in Southern California. But because it's an IPO and the float was, 2.94 million shares plus 1.3 million shares being sold by existing shareholders, it did get a rip. It did, and it priced at $4. So, you put in for an IPO allocation on Webull. I think you got about, depending what your allocation, where you request. If you asked for $100, I think you got almost all of what you asked for. If you asked for $5,000, you got maybe like 10 to 20% of what you asked for. But
so I'm curious, Matt, and we've only got a couple minutes left. I'm curious, have you seen a bunch, like a huge uptick in interest in these IPOs since HKD?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my Twitter following is blown up, and I've stopped, and that's paired with me no longer tweeting about upcoming IPOs, partly because I'm getting allocations, and that feels a bit like a pump and dump, and partly because I'm saving the commentary on upcoming IPOs with the premium, the members who have signed up for the IPO Warriors premium membership. But yeah, I launched the premium membership right before the HKD event. And that just happened to be perfect timing. I've had a lot of people sign up, a lot of people interested in this trading strategy. And the good news is that there's so much momentum in this trade that there's lots of opportunities to take profits here if you're trading. If you have experience with these, I think it's pretty easy. Yosh is a dangerous trade. If you chased after the first halt up, you got yourself in kind of a bad position. I have two rules: take profits without regret, because you don't want to get in the bad habit of like wishing you had wishing that you had held longer. I think that's a really bad habit to get into because eventually you're holding too long. And if you look at any kind of day trading spikes, you see that for the most part, the biggest move is in the initial spike, and it's trying to guess that, chasing that, you're going to end up usually in bag holding positions. So don't chase is my second rule. And if you chased here, that's kind of an inexperienced move. And I say that because I did it too many times when I was first trading IPOs, to have not made that a rule. But if you got in on either the allocations or you got in at 520 on the open, or even better, I suggested that laddering in on the open would be a good strategy. If you laddered in your trade, say you set a limit order at 520 to get something in, 505 to get a bounce off 5, and then maybe 580, 560, 540, 520. You got filled down, 480, 460, 440, 420. You got filled down to, your 480 level, maybe your 460 level didn't get filled. But now you got a cost basis that's below the debut price. And then, you got that reversal, that rip, the initial sell-off died off, low float kicked in, it ran up to 650. It's not a monumental win, but you keep adding up, 20, 30% wins that took you a half hour to trade. You knew exactly when it was going to start. You took your profits there. So yeah, the interest in IPOs has been pretty wild. I see a lot of new kind of Twitter accounts coming in just to focus on IPOs. Some of the guys are learning pretty fast and seem to know their stuff. I'll say that IPO Army, he's done some good research. He's chatting with me. He's learning the ropes. But there's something to be said for both the experience of having traded probably 200, 300 IPOs at this point, and also just the color I'm getting on these deals from people who are trading with many more zeros in their bank accounts than I am, that's invaluable. Getting a lot of information, directly from the brokers' desks on what the shape of the deal is. Nothing, non-public, no non-public information, but information that you can't really get without having some, access to people who are buying and selling the IPO shares in volume. But also just breaking down what the what the structure is behind the deal. One of the ones that I think, because everybody's been pumping everything recently, in HPCO, this was a great example of one that was a bit of a dirty deal. It on the surface was a 1 million share float, and it was available for allocation request on Webull. So people put in, and it's a Bosted securities deal, which a lot of those have done well. But what was hidden in the S1 filings was that there was basically like insiders had registered up to sell up to 1.7 million shares. So everybody's running around thinking, oh, it's a 1 million share deal. The price is at $6. Anything, it's going to rip. It's going to fly. It's only 1 million shares, but actually it was 2.7 or 2.8 million shares, and 1.79 million shares of that had been bought for like $1. So here you have a huge position that could be either used to hedge shorts, short positions, or dumped, right off the bat. And that's why, I got 55 shares from Webull. I couldn't get any other shares, but what I did have, I sold right on the debut, and I knew, that not to chase this. Well, you can say, well, that's obvious, Matt. Who buys a $6 IPO at $38 where it debuts? Well, a lot of people, because in this market, Jay-Z priced at $5 and opened at 126, and Starbucks priced at $4 and opened at 27 and ripped up to 46. So knowing which ones to avoid is just as important as knowing which ones to trade. And a lot of that comes from experience. This looked too much like SIDU, which I should not have traded the way I did, or in the state that I was trading in, and lost a lot of money on that one. I bounced back. I've made way more than I've lost in this game. But you learn from those experiences and you take those to the next plays, and that pays off. Trading a lot of the same trade. I mean, this is the most predictable setup that I can think of, where you have the most information at your fingertips. You know exactly where the entry is if you're looking for a debut trade. Day one on these looks very, very similar. I mean, if we look through this, the day one charts on these, and the winners versus the losers, and how many of these are just halts up, that's where you sell. Jiangxi, that's where if you bought it on the debut or you have IPOs, that's where you sell. Buy the debut, that's where you sell. So to me, it's the most predictable setup that I can think of in the stock market, and I love this trade. It's changed my life financially. I've shared it with a lot of people, and hopefully we can get back into a regular schedule where if I'm coming on Fridays, I'll be reviewing the IPOs from the week before, and then real quick, if you can just give me one more minute, but you do a quick rundown of what's coming up next week. We got a minute?
Yeah. We will do Fridays recaps, but yeah, we got to wrap up here, so let's make it quick.
Okay. Chen, LICN. This is a Chinese deal, 6.25 million shares. Wearable devices, WLDS, 3.6 million units. Now, units have the warrant. Be careful with those. Jupiter Neurosciences, JUNS. That may be on Tuesday, but I'm still seeing it published for Wednesday, so I'm leaning towards that. 2.5 million shares. I always say low float wins. Take that into consideration. Corebridge Financial, CRBG, 80 million shares. This is a real IPO, not just a garbage little low float company. So we're seeing two, what I would call maybe mainstream IPOs. That's the bulge bucket banks are underwriting this, and that means that we might see the market return. We might see. It's a good indication when mainstream IPOs start coming to market that we might see, at least temporarily, a bit of a reversal in the market. So I like both of those. If you want the full breakdowns of these, go to IPO Warriors, sign up for the premium membership. We are running a discount right now, or sign up for the free membership, get the free trading guide. There is money to be made in IPOs. These are not buy and hold. You guys are asking me about some tickers about what's happened recently, PXMD. Most of these are going to be trading down at around $2 a share within a week or two after the IPO. I do not hold these. I don't even like to double dip on them. I pretty much am playing the debut, taking my money, and looking for the next one. It's just such easy money. I don't see why I would waste my time doing anything else. And as long as I pick out the ones that to avoid, I'm going to do pretty well over time on these. So that's what I got for you today, Aaron. And I look forward to seeing you again next week.
Yeah, of course, Matt. I know we had a bunch of people asking us when we were going to get you back on, so they're excited that we will be having you on.
Benzinga has been a great. You guys did so much for me on as I was building this brand, and I love being a part of it. You guys are a great group.
Awesome. Well, Matt, we'll talk soon. I dropped that link in the chat. Enjoy the rest of your day, and have a good weekend.
You too. Take care, Aaron. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Matt Hammond from IPO Warriors. Go hit that link in the chat to learn more from Matt. All right, guys. We're going to keep things ticking because we are running behind a little bit. I've got with me hanging out backstage Erik at ES Invests on Twitter. I've been following Erik for a while. He's got a few thousand followers on Twitter. I'll drop that in the chat. And I wanted to chat with him on the show, see what he's been watching, see what he's been trading. So without further ado, let's go ahead and give Erik our very special Benzinga Live intro and get him on the show.
This is Benzinga Live. Spencer Israel and producer AB. What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Someone told me buy high, sell higher.
Let's get Matt Hammond on the show to talk some IPOs. Jake Wujasek from Trend Spider. We have a
breaking news. Erik, how's it going?
What's up, man? How are you? A little bit rainy over here, but we're good.
Oh, where are you joining us from?
I'm in San Diego, dude. It's not supposed to rain here, but last 2 days.
Well, you can't complain if you get 330 sunny 85-degree days out of the year. But yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm Aaron. Like I said, I've been following you on Twitter for a while. So why don't you just briefly introduce yourself? I guess both to me and to our audience.
Yeah, what's up, Aaron? What's up, everybody else? My name's Erik. So I am a retail trader, primarily trade derivatives, specifically options. I do trade futures as well. And I started a bit of similar to what you guys do, which is just a retail finance media information sharing source, because I come from a military background. A lot of military people would be fantastic traders if they had the dots connected, if they knew where to look. And I had a couple people in my life that were super, super important for me to be able to do that. And that's why I started this whole thing. So yeah, I've been doing this 14 full trading years. This is my 15th year. I started when I was in high school. Super, super fortunate. I actually had an Army dude that got me started on trading. So I am beyond stoked to be here with you guys. I've been following Benzinga for a while. You guys are awesome. I love what you all do, and I'm excited to contribute to the community any way I can. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. It's a great story, especially throughout the past couple of years with COVID. I mean, I don't need to tell you how many people have gotten to trading. It's been such a pleasure. I've been grateful to hear a lot of different stories from different people that come from different backgrounds, how they've gotten into trading. And it's kind of what I love about it. It's kind of like a great equalizer, right? It doesn't matter, what neighborhood you grew up in, what zip code, if you went to public or private school. Once you start trading stocks and you're on the market, it's dog eat dog. It's everyone versus everyone. No one really has, an edge.
Yeah, and I literally what you just said is what got me started trading, because I came from a single mom. She worked 2 jobs like a bunch of people, literally just trying to make ends meet. I went through a metal detector every day to go to school. But exactly as you said, the markets provide a place that you don't need a bunch of overhead. You literally just have to open an account. And then we all have to, go through the good old grinding session of learning how to trade, which is pretty brutal. But once you get through that, it's a tremendous skill set. I mean, I'm 31 now, and the markets literally have changed my life. It's why I do this, is I have the ability to just freely share information that has benefited me. And exactly as you said, it's accessible to everyone, which is freaking dope.
Yeah, I love it. I've fallen in love with the markets as well. So Erik, I see the information you've got on your screen. You are able to share a screen as well. I'm just curious, kind of, what have you been watching? What have you been trading? I mean, I don't need to tell you, you've been in the markets for a while, that these markets the past few months have been pretty volatile, pretty wacky. So I've been curious, just asking pretty much everyone out there, what have you been doing? What's your strategy been?
It's so for me, I've watched a couple of your guys' live streams and it looks very busy. You guys have a lot going on. There's a lot of like day trading, which it's the opposite for me right now. Via trading options, I do sell a lot of premium. My absolute favorite strategy is a coverage strangle. I have built that out over literally a decade plus of testing it, running different variations. So I have that dialed into about a T. So
that's more of a high probability, type of trade where you're
sort of, not really. It depends.
Okay.
So the probabilities will depend on where you choose your deltas and how far in or out of the money you are. And actually, when the markets are starting to trend down, I trade very aggressively. So instead of trading like super far out of the money, 10 delta, 8% probability of in the money at expiration options, I'm doing things like a 40 delta. And there's a specific reason, because I'm getting paid for it. With implied volatility expanding in markets like this, that kind of strategy literally does so well. And there's a super important aspect to it that if I'm directionally wrong, which I'm wrong more than I would like to be, and I create a system where I essentially just wait. And that is the beauty of the covered strangle. Is with markets like this, I trade things like index ETFs because I can still get enough premium in there and I get to enjoy the benefit of being in an index ETF. So I'm primarily trading things like IWM SPY. And then when volatility drops out, like what we saw during that, 10 plus year bull market, that was pretty brutal to run things like this because it wasn't super efficient. I had to go into individual stocks, individual sectors, things like that. But right now, that's really the heart and soul of what I'm doing. And other than the coverage strangle and a couple of those things, I'm doing a like 500K model portfolio for people. So I took a piece of my portfolio, set it aside, and I'm going to run like a comparison test between trading the coverage strangle in IWM versus the coverage strangle in SPY. I primarily trade IWM, but SPY is also becoming more attractive in the current markets for me. And then beyond those, mostly just scalping futures. So I do still have a little bit of degenerate in me. I can't get away from it. So I just break a small part of the account off to the side. I call it my speculative allocation. And it's where I let myself be my inner
That's your betting account. You don't have to make it sound more professional than it is.
Well, that's why I call it the degenerate account, because that is strip that veneer out, and that's all it is. And it's really a place for me to be way more directional. I have much tighter control over my risk, but that's where I'm looking, to risk 1 to make 10. I'm really looking for those home run kind of trades, understanding that most of them are not going to work, and that is what it is.
Like how I bought TQQQ calls expiring today.
Nice. Yeah, that would go in the degenerate account. That's perfect. That's exactly what we need.
But I love Erik. So I love how you've basically, you've talked about how you've built out this strategy, you're testing it. Like you take this very analytical approach to trading, but then still with that, you're willing to say like, yeah, I know the risk in this. I know this is probably a low probability degenerate trade, whatever you want to make, but understand the risk reward there and say, yeah, this is a risk I'm willing to take on. I am willing to do this. And a lot of people would see you do that and say, oh, it's a stupid way to trade. You're throwing money away. And you're saying, yeah, maybe. In fact, probably. But guess what? If the trade works out and it hits, I'm going to make a lot of money and I'm okay taking that risk.
And that right there is the nature of it, because I track the expectancy for everything I do, individual strategies, individual trades, and the different allocations of the portfolio. And I'll tell you right now.
Oh, so you're like big nerd on it.
Yeah, statistics undergrad and also in grad. So I'm still an idiot, but for whatever reason, yeah, I do a lot of math with this stuff.
But not when it comes to stats. All right, got it.
But yeah, so I track the expectancy of all of it. And I will tell you this, as soon as my speculative allocation becomes negatively expectant, I will cut it off entirely because it doesn't deserve to be there. But what's happening right now is I'm having like a 20 to 30% hit rate, but it's still positively expectant. It's still paying me. So it gives me a way to stay plugged into the markets, because most of my strategies via the covered strangle, it's anywhere from 2 weeks out to 50 days, right? So in trading world, super boring. But it's like I, talk to people a lot. Like, I'm really not here for excitement. Like, this is a business to me. I'm here to make money. And then I'll use what I make from this to go do fun things. Like, I just went to Curacao for 2 weeks and did a bunch of diving, right? Like,
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds awesome.
It's an island in the Caribbean. Nobody knows where that is if you're not a diver. I'm quickly learning that. To me, that's like, gotta go to Curacao. Super cool diving. And everybody's like, dude, sure, whatever, man.
Yeah, sounds awesome. No, but what and you're right. Like, if you're on Benzinga's on our channel, we do a lot of like live trading and stuff, and a lot of people like that excitement. But for me, I'm more with you where it's like, for a lot of people out there, you can be sitting in front of a computer screen for 8 hours and trading actively throughout that 8 hours. And a lot of times, even if you're making 150 trades in that day or whatever, that doesn't equate to making more money. So it's like, why would I? And I feel like a lot of people don't factor that in, where it's like, okay, if I could make, maybe even if I would make a little bit less money, but it's going to take me an hour a day to like manage my positions versus 8, like that's a big difference in terms of quality of living and all that.
Yeah, and I mean, you hit on a huge points. The first one is, again, statistically speaking, there's white papers that'll reinforce this, is the more you trade does not equal more profit. Although all new traders go through that phase. I did it the same thing. We all think that that's the case. It can for some people, but again, just in aggregate, it doesn't. But then the second thing is, for me, trading was always a way to change my life trajectory and do something else that doesn't require me being strapped to something 24/7. So again, like when I was traveling, I looked at the markets still because I like them, but it's because I wanted to. It's not because I needed to in order to make my money for the next month. So I think that trading for a lot of people, it just becomes another 9-to-5 job that just stresses the hell out of them. And I'm thinking, what are you doing this for? Like, there's better ways to approach this so that you don't have to live that life unless you want to. If that's what you want to do, sure, do whatever you want to do. But for me, it was always a means to an end.
Yeah, exactly. And there are a lot of people out there. I have friends and people out there that are content going to work a 9-to-5, cashing their check, and not really like doing much beyond that. And it's fine. Like, whatever is going to make you happy. But Erik, it's been great to get to know, learn more about your story, get to know what drives you as a trader, get to know about your trading strategies. I'm dropping your Twitter in the chat right now. ES, that's ES is futures, right?
It's actually kind of a play on words. So ES is the E-minis, but it's also my initials. So I thought it was very witty, even though it's really not. Most people are just like, what the hell does that mean? I'm like, yeah, it's a fair cop.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Twitter, ES Invests. Erik, I'm gonna I'll send you a direct message. We'll talk more after this because I want to work out how maybe we can get you on the show some more, because we do have a lot of people that are interested in learning more about some of those strategies.
Sure.
And probably would take a little bit more than just 10 minutes to go through some of those for people that might be more on the beginner end of the spectrum.
Yeah, sure. I would love to. Whenever you guys want to. I like I said, love your guys' platform. You guys do a lot of great things, so happy to contribute.
Yeah, and I know you're on the West Coast, so later in the day. We're on the East Coast, so it's already almost 1 p.m. for us, but I know later in the day is probably better for you.
Whenever, man. I'm flexible.
Hell yeah. All right, Erik, well, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll chat soon.
Pleasure to meet you. See ya.
All right, guys, that was Erik at ES Invests on Twitter. Go check him out. Pleasure getting him on the show and talking to him. Like I said, been following him on Twitter for a while. All right, we were going to do trivia. I see Enver hanging out in the background. I know we were going to do Wordle today, so if Enver thinks it'll be quicker than normal, we can go ahead and rip it over the next 10 minutes. Otherwise, I don't know if we'll have enough time.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think we can do it in 10 minutes.
All right, let's do it then.
Though. Get AT.
Get AT, he says. AT, Enver is calling for you, my man. AB brought his girlfriend to work? No, I didn't. Are you talking about this whole thing? Oh. So real swag? Real swag? Hey, people have gotten their swag, by the way. I saw that in the chat. Oh, holy cow, we did get a little bit of rally. My calls are up. My calls are up. My calls are up.
All right, I'm here. What's up? What's up, everybody? How's
What's
it going?
up, AT? AT into Hizzle.
Oh, man.
Oh, MD didn't? All right, MD, I'll look into that.
Is it just me, or is anybody else in the chat just like kind of tired today?
I was kind of tired.
Like, all right. Well, I've been saying this all day, and I feel like I'm just like a broken record at this point. But I went to bed accidentally at like 3:30 in the morning last night. This morning, I guess. I had to wake up at like 7.
Jeez.
So I had to get in the office before 8. And
so you're not going out tonight?
No, I'll probably go out tonight.
Oh, wow.
You know what Dally in the Alley is?
Kinda.
What's your
I honestly don't know.
Okay. So Dally in the Alley is this weekend. It's this like it's like a local, not a festival, but kind of like a event where
Is it right in the
it's
alley,
in
like
Midtown.
right down here?
It's in Midtown. You know where 3rd Street is? We've been to 3rd Street. Marcus Market.
Okay.
Yeah. So right there, right in that exact area, they block off like a bunch of the streets. Everybody comes out. It's a bunch of vendors. They play a lot of live music. Everyone's selling stuff. There's food out there. But basically, it's just a huge like block party, which is really cool. Everyone in Midtown area just like gathers and they drink and they hang out and listen to music and shoot the shit and party. It's pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
It hasn't been, I mean, the last time they did it was 2020, so I mean 2 years.
Wait,
it's been 2 years.
Is it tonight?
No, it's tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Let's get into this Wordle. I don't really know how it's gonna work.
Yeah, it starts immediately. We are going to have 5 words. You have unlimited tries. You can just blast words at random.
Oh shit!
Are we like playing as a team?
It's free for all.
I feel like we should play as a team though.
I mean, you can, but it's free for all. You know.
It's free for all.
Hold on. Why didn't you tell me you can't see the chat comments?
Because I can. I have the thing. Right
I know,
here.
but like
I don't need to
on the
see
TV.
Yo, I'm starting.
All right, go for it. Run it. Wordle. What? Aaron and Bree. I like that. That's
all right,
hilarious.
say something.
Start guessing, boys.
All right, 5 letters. What's a good guess? All right, I mean off rip. That's fair. So last letter is T. Wait, how does the chat play?
You type it into the.
Yeah, just type it in the chat.
Type a 5-letter word in the chat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why'd you choose blunt to start?
I always do that.
Joint, short. Oh wow, someone already got it. Or someone almost got it. Short. Oh, that was you. Dog, don't finish the game so soon.
I don't know. Oh.
Throw in some like dumb guesses, you know.
I was just guessing.
Give a chance.
I figured.
Oh.
I figured they were gonna be like market related.
Bruh.
No, man.
As I said, give a chance to the chat to answer, and then you complete it. Oh wait, you could play as many times.
Oh yeah.
So
Shelly's
once
right.
you complete it, you just like continue playing. So
Yeah.
it's just like a speed round.
They have a delay. I won't play.
5 words total.
Okay, 5 letters. 5 words. Got it. Okay, so we got a T, R, I, D, and E is in the right spot. So, tried and true. No, because the E is in the second spot.
You're a genius, bro.
No, I'm not. Hold on. Oh,
Told you
tried.
that.
Dang, I tried to guess it there, you know. All right, what else we got? Who's in the lead? AB, you got to stop playing.
I did. I already
Okay,
did. I didn't play
cool.
the second
Tired. I'm tired too. I'm very tired.
What color's your Bugatti? What color's your Bugatti?
What color's my Bugatti? The color of my Bugatti is none of your concern. Trick. Wait. So ECH, guys. ECH. Those are the words that are in this. Those are the letters in this word. Heckle. Check. Cheat. Oh, wow. ECH. C. Check. Nice. Not bad.
Cheap.
Cheap.
No.
No way.
Hey, away.
Cheetos. No. Teach. It's not bad. We know CHE, so cheek. Chess. Okay, with the last guess. Okay. Nice. Good stuff there. All right, next one. Stance. No, stain. I like stain. S-T-A-I-N-E. Or S-T. A-I-N. Stain.
Choke. Who gets choke?
Oh, it might be Stain. Hold on. You got an A in the middle. Someone
Bonk?
try it. Someone try it for me.
Bonk.
Did you see that video? Bonk, bong, bond. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Tiny Pie. Stain is not it, but we got two letter. We got another letter out of that. Frame. No. Shoot. Brain. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so we got a S-B-R-A. We need the last letter. S-B-R-A. S-B-R-A. R-B-A-S? Brass. Brass. No? No, because the S is wrong. And the B is in the wrong spot. Grasp. Nice. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, okay. So wait. We got B S.
Wait, how am I still winning? I haven't been playing at all.
No, Tiny Pie's winning.
Oh, hell yeah.
Gravy. Did I see a B? So there's a B in this word. Grab.
Trey's Trades calling a squeeze on B key.
Grabs. Hey, there we go. Wait, why? See, this is wrong, because if you play the real Wordle, it'll never be.
I mean, here's what I'll say about BKKT is if you think there's a chance it's up 11% today, if you think there's a chance there's a big short squeeze come in, there certainly could be. If you want to make a little speculative bet on it, sure. I wouldn't put enough money into it where if you don't get the squeeze or if this thing comes down from $3 to $1, you're gonna be, crying to me about it.
We're playing, bro. Wordle.
We're playing Wordle.
I know, but someone asked me a serious question about a stock, so I had to answer Angel. Sorry. Back to Wordle.
Back to Wordle. Where are we at? Okay, B R A and E N.
Whoa,
Crane.
I don't know.
This one's Crane for sure. I have a good feeling. I don't know why. Someone try Crane. Come on. It is so Crane. Look, the N is there. Let's go.
How'd you know that?
Just deductive reasoning,
I gave him the answers.
No, he never does.
Cheaters.
All right, that's it.
All right.
We're out of words.
Shout out to Crassy. If you have not won a piece of swag from us, email us shows@benzinga.com.
Shelly top 3, but not number
Shelly,
1.
not good enough. I finished top 4 and I only played the first word. But although I did have the benefit of having no delay. So
wait, do you get more points? Oh yeah, it's like points based.
AT, whisper the answer. All right, Shelly, we'll whisper to you from up here. Whisper. We'll whisper. Don't worry, Shelly.
Whisper.
Don't worry, Shelly.
Whisper.
All right, guys. It's Friday. It's 12:58. You know what time it is. It's time for Stock Market Movers. Money Mitch will be coming up next. This stream will automatically redirect you over to him. He's got a packed show. He's having Sylvia Jablonski, the CEO and CIO of Defiance ETFs, as well as a prep call with, oh wait, no, that's a thing on my calendar. An interview with Sam Stovall, the Chief Investment Officer at Stovall at CFRA. So Mitch got a cool show coming up. I'm going to be tuned in over there. Hope to see y'all there. Peace and love.
Peace and love and mashed potatoes.
Oh, wait. Quick programming note for the folks out there.
Oh, yes.
There will not be a show Monday, Tuesday.
There will be a show Monday.
Or Wednesday.
There will be a show Monday. There won't be a show Tuesday, Wednesday.
What? Not a Benzinga Live.
Yes, there will be.
Who's doing it?
You.
From New York?
Oh, that's right. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. He is right. He is correct. AB is correct.
I'm sure
yeah. No, I keep forgetting that you're going to New York.
Yeah, I'll be in New York next Monday and Tuesday, and then I believe we'll be streaming the cannabis event Tuesday and Wednesday, correct?
Yeah. So we'll have Tuesday and Wednesday. Those will not be normal programming days. We will have pre-market prep at the open, like normal, like always, because we know that you guys love that show. You guys need your information. We want to give it to you. And then from there, we will be doing from 9 to 5 p.m.
My calls are ripping right now.
Tuesday, Wednesday will be the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference. We're not going to be streaming all the stages like we usually would have, but we're streaming one stage that's important, going to give you a good feel. Basically, want to give you a inside look to the event, and then, you know, potentially we'll see you at the next one if you like it.
Hell yeah. All right, folks. Everyone have a great weekend. We're going to wrap up now. Stay tuned with Mitch. Peace and love. We'll be back next week. Stay tuned on when exactly that will be.
This is Benzinga